All this stuff I'm recording with is not fancy, but... Oh, Martin, come around here. Yeah, careful. Come around. It's super ghetto, I know. Come around here, and then you're gonna sit there.
I don't even care.
If you need to scoot, I know you wouldn't.
I'm not.
Oh, that one's cool.
I got the thrift store for 75 cents.
This is how much?
75 cents.
Are you serious? 3 minutes in. Okay. All right, sir. Let's go. Yeah, you can record. Okay. I'm asking the questions.
Cool.
All right, so Martin is here next to me. You know what? Let's talk like it's just me and you and all the conversation because I hate like pretending like there's a phone. Yeah, you can hide that.
I'm gonna hide it so I don't see it.
So it is day 3, okay? And I just want to start off by saying thank you. You know, this takes a lot of courage to wear a Dexcom. You know, you're on your Apple Watch. You worked out yesterday. You ate low carb out of sheer force will. Like, you're eating this, okay? In my head. And Martin's like, yeah, of course. Martin's, you know, he's very open-minded and he's willing to try new things. So, Martin, for the people at home, tell them exactly what do you do for a living?
So I'm an LVN, a licensed vocational nurse, and I worked at a facility for 4 years, and now I'm teaching the past almost year now. So I teach a nursing program.
Okay.
But yeah, and I'm a big advocate on diabetes awareness.
Yeah. So for the people at home, what is type 3 diabetes or type 3 diabetic essentially?
Pretty much like an advocate, or really you live with someone who's affected by it.
Yeah.
Type 1 or type 2. Me, it's my family is type 2, and then my fiance is type 1.
Right. So you've been around diabetes for...
Yeah, ever.
Yeah, a long time. And your awareness is wonderful. How long has Jasmine been... Or you've been together how long?
We met when we were 18 in nursing school, so... We've been together going to be 6 years now.
Okay, so for the people that don't know, he is engaged to another nurse. So they're both nurses. It's the cutest thing ever. I love it. Jasmine's Jasmine. Okay, let's start there. Boo-boo. She's Jasmine Boo Boo. Go follow her. So that's that. We're in day 3 right now, and let's get back to day 1, and then we'll go from there. So day 1, we put the Dexcom on.
Yeah.
We're drama for diabetes. You put it on, that wasn't a big deal. And we all knew that for people who don't know, the first 24 hours of Dexcom are being a little wonky. They're going to be a little wonky. But for you right now, it's actually not too bad. Like, the numbers are pretty stable.
Really accurate.
Yeah.
Like, it says 86 right now, stable.
Perfect, yeah.
And if I, 88 now, but if I check it, it's usually 1 or 2 points off.
Which is really good for Dexcom. I'm always assuming 20 points off because you got to consider how much minutes Dexcom is being delayed.
Yeah.
I'm not talking like I know everything about Dexcom because I really don't. But 20 minutes delayed, hydration comes in the key, and then just being numbers off. And for the project, I just want to set it straight for everyone that when you check on a blood glucose monitor, you have to know that it's always going to be 20 points off. Even when you're in range, because I don't know if you ever learned this, but when you're in range, machines become more accurate. So like if you're from anywhere from 70 to 120, there's more accuracy in the middle. But if you go higher than 120, the more higher you go, the less accurate it becomes. And that's like a thing that's not discussed in the community enough. But it's always going to be a little off. Like this morning, I was 65. And I didn't feel 65 at all. I was like, I feel like 75. So I had half a tablet. I took it with a grain of salt. It wasn't like, oh my God, I'm having a hypo. I'm going to, eat Skittles. Somebody like I know.
And then throw them up.
Yeah, exactly. That's another story. I can't believe that. So day 1, what am I missing from day 1? You just inserted. We talked for a bit. You check your sugar at night.
Check my sugar.
You had Chipotle, right?
I did.
Yeah, what was in the... Because we didn't have a set meal. You just ate whatever you had at Chipotle.
I had a bean and cheese burrito.
Bean and cheese burrito. And then, 3 hours after, you were 1:30?
Yeah, I was 1:30.
Yeah, and the funny part is I was 1:30 too. I had just a massive meal and rushed, and I'm still trying to get my shit figured out. You were 1:30, I was 1:30. Day 2. morning, what was your blood sugar?
It was, I believe, it was like 111.
111.
Maybe 150. Yeah.
111. Okay, because I feel like your average right now has been like 90 to 115. I've been seeing very consistently from you. Now, here comes the tough conversation. Not with you. This is myself and other people. A lot of my followers follow Dr. Bernstein.
Yeah.
And what Dr. Bernstein teaches is that essentially his whole thing is, sorry, I know it's kind of dirty. Essentially his whole thing is all people, diabetics, non-diabetics, are entitled to normal blood sugar. Meaning that our blood sugar should be trying, not consistently perfect. You know, we're going to have our days, or we're going to, like right now, 155, like that's nowhere near normal. It's 70 to 90 depending if you're pregnant, not males, women. If you're pregnant, if you're having gone through puberty, if you're an adult male that's past all that, your blood sugar should be coasting under 100. So when I saw your blood sugar was 130, I was like, okay, that's interesting. That's more and more to like learn and analyze. And this is really interesting for me because I was like, wow. So I hate when people tell me like, only diabetic, or like, you're diabetic, you should be eating low carb. I don't have to. I can eat fruit, I can eat pancakes, I can eat XYZ, whatever. You should be eating this way. So your kind of experiment is kind of motivating, and then it's not even discouraging at all for me in my sense. You know, I'm really competitive, so like when we were working out, I was like, see man, I kept my blood sugar under control. Everybody should be eating low carb. So I love you, man. I'm not trying to like, I'm weird. Okay, so you had the phone call got in the way. Damn it. Okay, so you started becoming stable at what number? Like 115?
About that's my hangout number, like a 112, 100 to 120 is like where I hang out in. Yeah. So that's where it started to go back to.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. So before the workout, 5:30, I was 82. You were 115. We both used our machines. Finished the workout. You were
102.
102, which was great. You know, you burned some calories. You were, you know, probably depleted glycogen a bit. The workout was really intense. Like I'm
almost threw up.
Yeah, Martin. People that don't know, Martin almost threw up. I was kind of worried about him. I was like, what the hell did I do to this guy?
I went to the bathroom. Yeah. And I was contemplating throwing up.
Yeah. You know what? And I'm kind of curious to how today's gonna go. I'm not like assuming, oh, just because you know your blood sugar is going flat today, right away your workout's gonna be magical. Like I hate that shit so much. I'm not gonna talk about that. What I'm gonna say is, I'm just gonna ask you like, okay, how did you feel today? I know the workout's different. It might be more intense today, to be honest, but not like so much jumping. I shouldn't try to predict. Like we might kill ourselves with jumping.
Also, too, I wanted to add something. Backtrack to yesterday when I had the pancakes and all that.
Yeah.
Towards the afternoon, I was just like drained.
Really?
Like drowsy, drained.
Yeah, that's something I was trying to ask you.
I felt like I did marathons, but then it was really draining. And then the other day when we went out to eat, and I had how you ate the low carb, high protein.
Right.
Then my numbers were just like a solid 88 to maybe 90, and it was just straight across.
Which I was super happy to see.
It was straight across, and then we didn't even go to sleep till like 4 in the morning, and I felt fine.
You were not hungry at all?
I was not hungry. I was not tired. I was just like...
This was last night.
Yeah.
This was last night.
I was just fine. It was normal.
Yeah. Which is
really weird.
Yeah. No, actually, it's not weird.
It's not weird, but
it's just like it's
not
different.
my normal. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's not. You know, I'd say that's one of the things that people forget is like I want to make a video about how we as type 1s look at type 2s. Type 2s are so much about diet, exercise, like that's all they look at for the most part. And what confuses me is like, why aren't we the ones going even more on diet and exercise? No, I know what people want to say. Idiot, they can reverse or really dramatically decrease their medication, which is true. But we're the ones that have to take insulin 24/7. Shouldn't we consider how sensitive we should be? Because we're on intense insulin therapy. We shouldn't be like, every single day, I'll just take insulin for it. that's just gonna make our lives harder, and that's been my whole push. I'm not like pushing back on anyone else. Like, you can do whatever the hell they want. I really, like, it's their life. But that's what I'm trying to get to, is you had pancakes, and what I'm assuming is you had a blood sugar spike, but obviously for you had an insulin spike. And insulin spikes, for people that are keto and low carb, they're always talking about how that drains your energy and like how much swings can hurt you. But like, as type 1s, myself or other people, not myself, but maybe people that are more higher, they're so used to seeing the high numbers. No, you're good. They're so used to seeing the high numbers that it's like, I feel fine, and then they only feel it until like they're 220, 240. Yeah. For me, like, I know this sounds bananas, but after 140, I feel it. Like, I start itching, I start getting dry, it doesn't feel right, I get irritated, you know, because it's my barometer, it's set different. For you, it's going to be like, what the fuck, I'm 168 right now, like, this does not feel right, you know, which blew me away. I was assuming I was going to see like 120, 130 after pancakes, but not 168. So moving on, day 2, I took you guys to Aladdin. Aladdin
really
restaurant.
good too.
It was good, yeah. It was a lot. You, really, and you know what? Here's the cool part about this. So we went to the restaurant. What was your pre-meal blood sugar? This is after you had worked out, so you know you're more sensitive. Glycogen's depleted.
I don't remember.
I think you were. We checked on the machine. You were like 113. You really hit that number a lot. I've
really been in that number.
Yeah, so you were 113, and we ordered kebab. For those who don't know, those are just beef. It's Arab mix of beefs. And then chicken tikka, which is chicken breast. We took out the hummus, unfortunately. I made more and do it. Hummus is ground chickpeas mixed with tahini and other stuff. It's all Arab dishes, so we gave it to Jasmine or Rachel. And then we had, what else? And then more beef.
Yeah. And
some salad. So I looked at the plate and I was like, oh, this is my normal meal. Let me take 6 units of R, 5.5. You know, I went really conservative. I'm like, I might go low. I had a good workout. But it was actually too much protein. And your numbers were stable, but mine weren't, because I have to consider that, you know, in the keto world, low carb world, I made the right choice. I ate healthy. I ate low carb, I ate meats and vegetables, but they're looking at a kid who's type 1, they're like, oh, okay, he made a mistake of not dosing enough, he overate a little bit. You know, if I were to overeat with carbs, that would dramatically mess me up too. Yeah. You've seen that a lot as a type 3.
Even too is like Jasmine, my fiance, she asked me today, she's like, but you're not supposed to dose for protein.
Yeah.
So also too, it's uneducated that people don't know about protein and the dosage and how you calculate protein as versus carbs. There's still that confusion.
Yeah, I think
they don't know.
Yeah, I mean, just being a nerd, I like explaining it. I'm not saying I know it, but I kind of have the gist of it. Is when you're in the standard American diet, we're looking at our plate right now. They're taught with diabetes educators and all that stuff. You have, I think, half or a quarter of starches, which is, you know, potatoes, bread, oatmeal, whatever that could be. It's something carbs. Other quarter is non-starchy vegetables, you know, green beans, vegetables. The other 1/4 is protein, and the other is dairy or something like that, and fruit. So when people bolus, they're looking directly at carbs, and they're gonna dismiss protein and fat because it's so little, and that most of their energy source is coming from carbs. For me, my energy source, which is odd to a lot of people, especially keto, is protein. And that's gluconeogenesis. My main form of energy is protein. I don't feel sluggish because of it. You know, you saw me work out yesterday. It's not bad for someone who eats a high protein diet. So you had that. Blood sugar, as I predicted, I was very accurate with that. You were 90s and flat, like something like that. What time did you check your blood sugar on the machine? We both did, actually, 2 hours after. You were 115?
I don't remember.
I think you were. So. No, you were close to that range. I think you were like 94 or 115, that range.
Yeah.
And then I unfortunately spiked. I was 155, 155, and I corrected a Novolog. I corrected 1 unit, and then at Rachel's house, and then 2 hours later I corrected again because it was such a high protein. It was late at night too, you know, we got to consider how resistant I'm going to be at night, and protein is just super slow, like it just takes so long to digest. You already know that. and you were full, which is the beauty of eating, low carb. You don't feel deprived.
Full.
Yeah, you were really full. If anything, ingesting the meal, we could have paid a little less, got less food, because that was expensive.
We could have got it and shared it.
Yeah, we could have shared it, to be honest. The salad was great. So I'm looking at the time right now. It's 3:15. We're about to work out pretty soon. I want to get you on the road. Not too late, but I mean, this is pretty much it. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I truly appreciate it. Martin, thank you again. This is a great experiment. Thank you for being persistent on DMing me, because I didn't want to choose you, to be honest. I was going to choose somebody else, which I don't think no one really done it, to be honest. We're not done, though. If there's anything else you want to throw in,
No, I'm glad that you chose me and I was able to do this. And I'm actually going to kind of miss this, because I like to see what's happening to my body.
Yeah.
So now it's like I'm going to be thinking, like, I wonder how my sugar is.
You know what's crazy?
I wonder how this is happening.
That's insane.
So I kind of like going to miss it, because after I eat, I like to look at it. And like this morning, I had, and look at my numbers.
Did you tell me what you eat? Could you show me on your phone? No, don't show me on your phone. It's recording.
I had a chicken Caesar salad.
Oh, you told me. I'm sorry. You FaceTime. You had
for
breakfast. You had Caesar chicken salad, a little bit of croutons, and you were stable the whole time.
I think I had like 13 carbs.
Yeah, you said you were kind of snacky, which I don't blame you, because I don't think there was much fat in that meal. It was just chicken and lettuce, I'm assuming.
It's not even, I don't even think they put dressing. It's like,
yeah, if you ate what I ate, you would have been like, I don't know if we're ready to work out. I'm still full.
But I've been like 95 to 100 solid.
Yes.
Just straight across. It's just hasn't gone up, hasn't gone down.
Yeah.
Just straight.
You know what's the crazy part?
So it really is encouraging me to eat.
Yeah. Yeah, there's two things to this. One of them is Dr. Bernstein talks about, as diabetics who try to shoot for normal blood sugar, it's 80s for someone who's eating low carb, who's a non-diabetic. So you were eating low carb, you were you were on target, essentially. Your A1C would be in the 4.5 range versus whatever it is now, or whatever it could be.
Right now it's 5.5.
Right. And the thing is, I'm not trying to scare you at all, zero. I'm the type 1 here. I might get hit by a bus tomorrow or just die of a hypo. Is you have two type 2 diabetic parents, right?
Well, my mom is type 2, and my dad was always pre-diabetic, but never actually qualified.
Yeah. So seeing the 130s and the 150s, you either might be a commodity. What I'm saying is, I could have picked the lucky one who's very not resistant to insulin, but your blood sugar spiked. I don't know, for lack of a better term. I'm not that biological, whatever. If I had somebody else, which I might do in the future, look at their A1Cs, their C-peptide, their BMI, whatever, and be like, okay, he had like 10 pancakes and he's 85 right now. He's insulin's just like flushing everywhere. You might be a commodity, or if not, like, I'd be really like, I'm gonna start advocating low carb every day. Then I'm like, hey man, we all need to. And the next thing I wanted to say is, I was hearing another podcast. I don't know if you ever heard it. It's called Living the La Vida Low Carb by Jimmy Moore. It's really popular. Okay. And he was talking about how Jimmy Moore, he was wearing a Dexcom. He's a non-diabetic, like 0 diabetics in the family. And he was checking his blood sugar. Everyone's like, you're not diabetic. Why are you doing that? And when I saw that non-diabetics were trying to adjust their blood sugar, that motivated the hell out of me.
That's what I would do.
And it scared me too.
And Jasmine would get mad at me for checking my sugar.
Yeah. And the thing is, when they see you go like, oh my God, I'm 120. Us as type 1s, we're going to go like, that's a good day for me. I don't know what you're talking about. I used to be that mentality. But when I saw Jimmy Moore, you, and like other non-diabetics trying to fine-tune their blood sugar, as a non-diabetic, I was so inspired and scared as hell, because I'm motivated by fear. Like, I don't want to die of amputation. We were lied to that 120s, 130s, 150s are normal when it's not.
Yeah.
It's normal when you have a high-carb meal or something. Sorry, don't kill me, vegans. Something very sugary and unhealthy. So that really blew me away. What is your takeaway from this project, and what are you hoping to achieve for the longevity? I'm not talking about a sprint tomorrow, like, I'm going to do Whole30 and blah, 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 or like, tell me,
just
like...
mostly awareness. Being aware that it's not just your sugar intake or your carb intake. There's a lot more factors to it. Intake. It's just everything you do, what are you putting inside your body? Because at the end of the day, we're all given one body, one life. What are you gonna do with it?
Preach.
So it's just, and also too, not letting it ruin you. Like, don't let my sugars that are stable, and you see those stable numbers, because it's actually not a stable number.
Right.
It's a roller coaster as well. Not being diabetic, the same. So
yeah.
I just don't want people to get discouraged and stay positive.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I think the more I talk this week in the blog and kind of like get nerdy and start looking at your tracks, I'm gonna be like, okay, so let me go eat a pancake, and I'll try to fine tune it. Like, I'll get the perfect dose. I'll pre-bolus, and to be honest, my blood sugar could be really flat and not better, but like lower than yours.
Probably, yeah.
But I don't want that. I have to work so hard to try to adjust the meal, and then I'm gonna work out. Like, you are what you eat. I truly believe that. And if we're eating things that are squishy and round, we're gonna be squishy and round. You know. And I want to eat something solid and like whatever and whole and real. So you're totally right. I don't want this to discourage people. I think you're really inspired from this. I hope a lot of people are inspired from this. And if you're not, like, comment below, message me. I will tell you, like, this is normal. Like, it's okay to see 160 from a non-diabetic who's eating XYZ. You know, I would say let's have another treat. But to be honest, like, seeing 168 arrow up, I was like, that's all I needed to see. That's it. That's my.
Also, too, like, I wanted to kind of check my ketones and see what. Just to see.
Yeah.
Just to see. And then also, too, there's a few other lab values that give you the pre-diabetic.
Yeah.
And I do have mine that are kind of close to that level.
Oh, so you, okay.
So I checked those as well, and I don't know, I'm just being really cautious because type 2 does run in my family.
That's the thing that I was trying to push to you. It was like, it was as a friendly thing, and then also on like the experiment Ali, I'm like, so this happened, and I'll be like, hey Marian, just like, you know, heads up, this is how a you know, but like, it's so uncommon to hear that non-diabetics and diabetics should be trying their best to stay under 100. I'm not saying you're gonna be always under 100, but try your best, you know. And I think people that saw the blog and saw me going, this guy's weird, he's going like 4 and like a quarter, he's taking out every bubble, he's taking 2 bar here, he's timing it there. I think we should be not obsessive, I hate that word, but I'm gonna take insulin for a very long time. I might as well be precise and OCD and like whatever you want to call it. Like, I might as well, because when I go in that car, that's gonna be me. That's gonna be the people I go to work for and drop them off. I'm going for them. I need to get my shit in check and keep my sugars under lock. And my life, you know, of course there's other things I need to fine tune, you know, music and like other things I'm doing that are besides diabetes. But let me look at diabetes first. Let me look at insulin dosing. And yeah, man, I'm glad you're inspired. And even without the Dexcom, you know, you always have the machine to check your blood sugar. There's nothing, you already know that there's nothing wrong with checking your blood sugar as a non-diabetic. And you know, I hate diet philosophies, but if I was you in your shoes, I would just make things simple and in perspective. Exercise daily. Get movement daily. Eat real foods. That could mean, you know, all nuts, vegetables, you know, organic meats. Yeah,
because usually for breakfast I'll have a Greek yogurt. Yeah. Which has like, it only has like 14 grams of protein. Yeah. It's like maybe 18 carbs. Right. But that's usually my breakfast.
Yeah. Yeah. And just, you know, that's it.
So I've been trying.
Yeah.
It is a whole lifestyle change.
Exactly. Like, it's not when people are like, I want to lose weight tomorrow. I'm like, all right, not happening. I've been trying to lose weight for like 2 years. I'm still at it. You know, I got a personal trainer. What happened after getting a personal trainer? I learned new moves. That was my next step. All right, let's control less snacking. So, thank you, Mara, for coming on the show. What's next for you in Type 3 Adventures and Jasmine? And what do you... Actually, I'll ask you a last question. What do you hope to see for the community of diabetes in the future? What do you want to happen? You know, obviously, we can just say cure and recording. Yeah. But what do you hope to see in the next couple of years? Or what are you planning? Or what do you want to do?
I just hope to educate people, really. It's just random people in the store, or... It's not even just educating people, it's just spreading positivity, because we need more positive people. Right. Just like greet people, make today a better day is what I live by.
I'm inspired from you. Thank you, Martin, because like I think if someone comes by and starts telling me about how I should stop eating sugar or whatever because of my diabetes, I would like, oh, okay, what would Martin do? Martin's gonna look at them and say like, hey, like you explain to them.
Yeah, I have before.
Yeah.
I was shopping in the store and there was a group of kids, and they were playing diabetes tag.
Oh.
They were running the store and they said, "Tag, you have diabetes," and then they were screaming, and I just looked at them, and I don't get upset at this.
There you go.
It's just teaching, and I actually went up to their mom and I told their mom and I said, "I'm not sure if you're aware, but your kids are playing diabetes tag.
Really?
Like, do they know what diabetes is? Can I take the time to teach them?" So I do stuff like that.
Yeah.
I hear people in the store say like, "Oh, this is diabetes because so much sugar," and I'll stop them and I'll say, "Do you guys know what that is?"
Yeah.
And I'll randomly talk. I literally will talk to strangers.
Yeah.
And I go up to them and I teach them, and they're like, "Oh my God, wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for saying that." And I was like, "You don't have to be sorry. It's just you didn't know."
Yeah, and the thing that makes me more empathetic is people get mad over non-diabetics saying dumb shit. Like, I totally get it. I would get mad too. Is I go back to the me that got diagnosed before. I would have so been that dinger that would have came up and said like, "Oh, you ate unhealthy or something." Like, I would have so been that person. Oh my God, I know without a doubt in my mind. So that's why I'm empathetic towards that. And I would appreciate if I ran into a guy like Martin, and Martin would have been like, "You're a dumbass," or no, he's gonna be like, "Hey, you know what? It's actually an autoimmune disease.
Yes.
People can get, even type 2 diabetics can get it from genetics, eating healthy and whatever.
Yeah.
It's very, it's a very complex disease, but it's so associated with sugar and diet, which essentially all diseases can be, can not be reversed, but made better through diet and lifestyle.
Yeah,
and it's not saying we're all gonna be cured, but it's just gonna be better. So,
easier to manage.
Yeah. That being said, appreciate you coming on, my man.
All right.
Thank you. We're about to work out.
Yeah,
Are you ready?
My hands are so sweaty.
He's like, "Oh my God, we're about to work out." So appreciate you guys watching. I don't know how to end recording. Thanks, man. I think we should put I'll stack this in my computer in case we forget. I like how to move all this stuff.